Victoria's opposition leader says it's time for the state to move on from fear, intimidation and division after a group of CFMEU members crashed his press conference in Melbourne. Our reporter Julia Bradley saw it all unfold. She joins us live. Julia, what happened?
Well, Ash, it was an interesting morning on the campaign trail here in Melbourne, that's for sure. The opposition here was initially supposed to hold their press conference outdoors, but that was then relocated indoors to a different location, and that's because a group of about 20 CFMEU members, construction workers, decided to show up to that press conference. They then started edging closer and closer to where that was being held, just outside a glass that was separating them from opposition leader Matthew Guy as his press conference got underway. Matthew Guy there speaking about his plans to bring more people into Melbourne's CBD if he's elected to government, his plan to transform Federation Square East into parklands. Here's what he was saying about the fact that these union members had crashed his press conference as they started then yelling out, "Keep your hands off our jobs."
You don't plan to run your policies by unions, the ANMF, for example. Does this kind of behaviour intimidate you? Is there a division here?
I'll just say this for all of you, and you can all see this. This is the kind of Victoria that Daniel Andrews thrives off: intimidation and division. And Victorians are wising up to it. We're better than this. We're better than this behaviour. We're better than this as a state. We're better than this. And we're better than the intimidation and the division that Daniel Andrews has created in this state.
After that press conference, we then asked one of those CFMEU members why they decided to crash the press conference. One man telling us he is a worker on the Metro Tunnel site here in Melbourne. They came here on their smoko break, and he said that he's concerned about some of the coalition's policies, one of which is scrapping the suburban rail loop project, which is a multi-billion-dollar build.
Matthew Guy is no good for construction. He's been around a while. He's a recycled leader. He said it, and he said on numerous occasions he's going to cut the suburban rail loop. We're looking forward to building the suburban rail loop. Come out of my smoko break, and I've just come to say my piece that, Matthew Guy is not good for the workers. Matthew Guy is not good for the construction industry. He's never supported us, and we don't support him.
During the course of this election campaign, we've seen Premier Daniel Andrews really draw on support from the unions. We've seen him standing alongside the head of the Australian Nurses and Midwives Federation to announce health policies. And we've also seen him shoulder to shoulder with the head of the Ambulance Union, which has slammed the coalition's record on health. We've also seen the CFMEU put out a provocative ad campaign saying that while Daniel Andrews isn't liked by some, personally he is doing more for construction workers in their eyes. Here's the Premier's response to this stunt pulled by the unions this morning.
It's a matter for them. I'm not sure what they're doing, but that's a matter for them. Clearly.
Will you condemn that sort of intimidation?
Well, again, I've not seen what has occurred. I don't know whether your description of it and the word you've just used is accurate, because I'm here in the Latrobe Valley, very proudly so.
And Julia, we're shaping up for a big night tonight there with the People's Forum happening. How's Matthew Guy feeling? Any signs of nerves?
Well, Matthew Guy's excited. He's gearing up. He's ready to go. He's ready to face off against Premier Daniel Andrews. He says he's been preparing for it. He's ready to put forward his plan for Victoria, for how he plans to lead the state. And he said he's really a big fan of this format, this People's Forum format that allows undecided voters to put their questions to the leaders. Here was his response.
Are you looking forward to the Sky News Herald Sun People's Forum tonight, and what's your pitch to undecided voters?
I want Victorians to know that they can move on from the division, from the intimidation, from this government. It's now within our reach as a state to actually get something positive for all of us, working for us to fix the health crisis, to deal with cost of living, but a government that works for every Victorian, even those who don't vote for me, even those guys outside. I'd still govern for them.
How have you been preparing for the forum?
Well, like everything in politics, you think about things, you go for a walk, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be fascinating. I like the concept of talking to people, and I don't see it as a debate, as combative.
And Matthew Guy will no doubt be buoyed by this latest poll that is in the Age newspaper, suggesting that the gap between Labor and the Liberal Party is narrowing when it comes to primary vote, and also on a two-party preferred basis, even though he does have a bit of ground to make up when it comes to preferred Premier. Ash?